hitting $10,000 just on this site. Of course, I have other avenues of revenue, but this income is mainly. Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to Money Karma. The last video I posted had a lot of reception and a lot of questions. I hope I can address some of those questions. So stay tuned to the end of the video, and I will answer some of those questions as a Q&A for many of you that may have questions on how to do this. If you haven't had the opportunity, hit that subscribe button and also that like button and the bell notification. So whenever I publish any new videos, you'll be the first one to receive it. As you know, I like to share on my experience of how I am making money online today. So if you want to learn how to make money online, so follow me. So for this month of March, I am hitting $10,000 just on this site. Of course, I have other avenues of revenue, but this income is mainly from niche or blog sites that are making me a lot of money. And this is mainly through display ads. This is not even including any affiliate ads that I am doing. So as you can see, the graph, right? You have the money, it comes up and down, up and down, up and down, depending on the week, depending on the weekends or weekdays, or depending on advertisers. Sometimes it can be high, but let's look at some of these numbers. So it can range from as low as in the beginning of the month, 281, to as high as this one is $506 on one day, and this one, the peak is 409, and I think we're kind of basing out at the base here a little bit. I think it's 300, around 300. So you can see, you know, it can fluctuate, but this is what I call semi-passive income that once you build it, the income will keep coming in again and again without having you to do anything. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, how much can you make in a 9-to-5 job? 9 to 5, even if you get paid $20 an hour, you times it by 40, that's only about $800 or so. Is that correct? $800 for a week of work. But look at this. If one day you can make $500, close to $500, imagine what it can do for you. And this is all passive income once you build it. Of course, there's a little bit more maintenance once you build it up. But it requires a little. It's not easy work. Let's say it's not easy money. It requires a lot of sweat and hard work to get this rolling. It's kind of like, if you ever heard of the analogy, right? If you want to push like a big boulder, you can't just all of a sudden push it and it gets rolling fast. You need to slowly push it with a lot of force. In the beginning, you may not even have the ability to push it. You may not need some kind of force that hits it very hard until it gets going. And when it gets rolling, it gets momentum, and then that's how you can get the speed of that rolling down the hill, or rolling on the ground. So the same way with making money is that you have to get the momentum going. If the momentum is going, then eventually everything just rolls, right? So I will show you in a little bit that it was not always the case. It required a lot of hard work in the beginning to get to the site where it is. So this is mostly ad traffic. I think in the future videos, if you have questions, please ask those questions, how I can answer it for you in the comments, and I will address any areas that I can help you with. And then, so of course, this is the earning, and this is the traffic, right? This is 400,000 visitors every month on my website. And actually, this is just multiple websites, but of course, there's one main website that I spent a lot of time working on. Probably about 85% of this traffic comes from that one website, which I spent a lot of time on. The other ones are what I call my baby saplings, websites that I have started working on. And then you can see the traffic go as high as 16,000 and averages around maybe 13 to 14,000. And look at the income, right? You know, this is this past week. You know, this is April 1st, and my month ended around 300, which is the average. Okay, and then now, as today, this is the second, which is I'm recording this video. So, okay, let's maybe look at some of the data real quick. I just want to show you. Okay, maybe I'll just go to the incomes. Give me a second. Let me pull up the data. All right, as you can see, I have pulled up the graph for almost the last year from all the way to May. This is pretty much when I first started. Actually, I didn't start in May. Actually, maybe started a little bit earlier than May. But this is when the income started coming in, and then that's when momentum started going. And when you see momentum, it shoots up like a rocket, almost like a rocket, like a very nice slope. So let me show you from the beginning. This is May of 2021. And actually prior to May, what I did was I published around maybe 30 to 50 articles on one of the main sites. And then when I started seeing it started going in May, that was picking momentum, what I did was I added a lot more articles, maybe almost 50 to 100 within about 2 months articles. And then as it goes, you know, as the more articles you publish, you can see, let me show you from the beginning, right? So May 73, June becomes 630, and then July about 509 evens out, and the same thing in August. So you can see, so right when I started publishing, it still took another 2 months before it started picking up. And then you can see in September 900, and then October 1,200, and then and also you see in the beginning I had none of this premium stuff. Premium is something that I will talk about in another video, Ezoic. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to Ezoic. I'll leave a link in the bottom in the description. It is a good ad network to use. And what they do is they have a premium program where you pay a premium for it, but it's a premium program that you don't lose any money at all. It basically, if you lose money, if you lose money, they'll decrease the premium or they'll refund you. So in the sense that it's an added bonus to make a little extra money. Okay, so even without the premium, you can see it's making 900, 1,200, 1,800, 2,800 in January, 4,000, and then February 6,900, and then now in March we're at 7,800. So I broke about 10,000, making $10,000, you know, this month, because this includes other income. So this one is already, you know, close to 10,000 just on this ad alone, not including other stuff I'm doing. So I just want to show you a little bit more of the. Let's look at the graph in the bottom here. You can see, right? You can see the traffic, right? Traffic. So that's what I say in the beginning. You need momentum. Once you get momentum going, you know, you begin with a little traffic and it balloons up, balloons up, balloons up, balloons up, and then boom. So what is the secret to all this? It is, for me, it is content. Because once you see that something is working, you need to add more fuel to it. The more fuel you add to it, the more the fire burns. And the more it burns, it just explodes like this. Okay, so started from May of 2021, you can see $73, 600, 500, 600, 900, 1,200, 1,800, 2,800, 4,300, 6,900, and 7,800. So you can see it just balloons up. So so once you get that momentum going, your site, you know, the traffic just balloons up like this. So the secret is once you see something that works on your site, then focus on it. What we call double down on it or triple down on that one thing, and then keep the fire pushing. Of course, there's a little bit of an organization to it, and I hope to share more of that in the future. I can't do too much of it in this video. This is just an income report. As you can see, the earnings, right? And then, and the positive thing is that once I got my momentum going, what Ezoic did was they gave me this premium. I paid for this premium, and I'll explain a little bit, like I said, in another video. And then the premium, you know, I paid for it. So, for example, it cost me $44, and they pay me $172 here for a couple months. And once it went up to 300, I pay like 120 or something, and they pay me back like 300 something. So it was always like a win-win, you know, win-win. I mean, double win situation for me. It's always double the amount of money that I put in for the premium. And then as I grew to this level, Ezoic did a really good thing for me. They pay for my premium. So you see this ad premium. They gave me a little bit of a accelerator grant that for the next 12 months, all the premium they'll pay. That means every penny of this premium is going to become my profit right away. And of course, I'm not going to take it as profit. I'm going to reinvest it back into my website to build it up even more, to grow it even more. So they gave me 12 months of free premium. That's almost like $2,000 free that I can use to rebuild my site. So this started in March last month. So this month's premium of 2,000 something has become my earnings. So has not even become my cost. If you look at my cost for this, majority of this cost is mostly I hire people to help me do some writing, and I do a lot of writing myself, a lot of the content. So yes, there's some cost to it, but that cost is not that high. But minus the cost of about maybe $1,000, I still netted quite a bit of money. And of course, once you build that content, it becomes not just content; it becomes an asset. That asset will always make you money. It means that you pay the person once to write the article for you. That article will become something long term that will continue to make money for you. So it's not necessarily that you have to pay all the time. Of course, if you want to build up more momentum, you want to continue add to it so you can balloon up to a little bit more. It's kind of what they're saying, right? Once you make the money, you reinvest it, and you can make a higher earning on this. Okay, so let's look at the data real quick. Okay, so as you can see, we started from May, same thing, 94. In May of 2021, traffic wasn't that great for all my sites. Okay, you see, it was not that big. 1,000, 2,000. So I was making quite a bit of money. Okay, I'm sorry. So I actually messed up. So this is actually daily traffic. So daily traffic for the site. You can see that it started with 74 daily traffic, and it goes and it goes. I don't know what happened right here. All of a sudden, maybe just a fluke, 6,000, but I think that might be a fake out, and then maybe some kind of bot. But you see, averages. It started going up 1,000 traffic a day, 1,000, 200. So you can see as traffic went up, income of course would go up. You can see 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. In January, that's 9,000, 10,000. 15,000, 50,000. It seems like it has its waves. The reason is because I think on the weekends it just kind of has its pop. So somehow websites perform a lot better on weekends. So when it's high 17,000, I think these are page views, right? So you have 19,000, and you have a little dip back to 13, and it jumped back up to 19. And I had a little dip in March, and it came back up again. So you can see that it's relatively stable around this 19-20,000 mark traffic into the April time. So as you can see, right, this is traffic. So this is how you build up the momentum. Once it gets ballooning and going, it really can get you propelled up and up. Okay, so let's look at the revenue here. So same thing, you can see, it just has these fluctuating graphs. So one day 100, 100, 100. 100, 300. It's just kind of a slowly perpetuating 400, right, 500. So so just kind of up and down, and just hopefully slowly, gradually going up a little more higher. And then so even in the past year, from this period to this one, I already made like around $30,000. But the majority of that income probably came in the last few months, so in around June, when really everything is ballooning up. All right, so hopefully we can keep this momentum going for this one site. Okay, so let me address some of the questions that were asked. Thank you for those that are continuing or still watching. Okay, I'll come back to this graph here. You can just take a look at it. Okay, so some people ask. Let me see, is this from multiple sites? Is this earning from multiple sites? Yes, it's from multiple sites, but like I mentioned, that 85% of it comes from one site that I have worked on. Okay. Okay, and I got encouragement. Thank you for making this. This is motivational. I hope this can inspire you, right? That to keep going. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, so keep working on it. And then someone asked, did you write all this content yourself? Yes, in the beginning I did. I wrote like almost all the content and did most of it until I started seeing momentum going, and then I did some myself, and I hired some people, paid some people to write some content so I can increase it. I think within 2 months, I wrote like 100 articles just to get it going, just to fan the flame once I see something working. So this is what you should do. When you see something working, uh, go double down or triple down on it into those subjects. And then, okay, someone asked if I can make a video on the keyword research. Yeah, I can do something like that in the future. And then someone asked what hosting company I use. I use multiple hosting companies. There's a few of them, but the one that I use for this site, the top sites, is Wix, WPX. I can leave a link on the description if you want to check them out. They're pretty good. And then someone asked how many sites do I have. Actually, I have a lot of sites. The reason is I like to, once I see something growing, I like to plant a few more trees. Hopefully that tree would bud up, and then once I see it budding, then I would put more effort into it. So this is what I like to do. But majority of this income comes from one site. It makes about 85% of this income comes from this one site. There's some other ones that I am working on that are saplings. And if you're interested, if anyone is interested in needing writing service, I can help you with that. I charge about 3 cents per word. So if you're interested, feel free to give me a message. I'll probably leave my contact. I'll probably leave a little form in there if you're interested in writing, needing writers to help write for your pages. Any kind of subject. There's some subjects I can't write about, but definitely can help in that way to help get your boosting and give you some recommendations. So if anyone is interested in maybe even a feedback of your websites, please fill up the form. I'll leave a form in the descriptions. You can fill out that form, and I can maybe give you some consultation, even some ideas how you can improve your site, your content, and different things. So as you know, in any kind of website, 2 main things have been taught, right? Is that you need content, you need good quality content, and you need links. Of course, I have built some links here and there. The links is not my priority. Link first is I focus on is content. Content is my #1 priority, is to build good content and build it in momentum so that you can become an authority in the niche that you are in. So if you just say you have 50 articles on a website, that is what I call like planting the seed. Once that seed is budding, you need to add more to it so you can build up more authority on your website so that you can become the top dog in that niche. So if you just say, I'm going to depend on 50 or 100 articles, it may not work. You may need more momentum in that. So once you see momentum going, then go publish like crazy. So on this website now, because momentum is there, I am publishing almost 3 articles a day just on it. So you can see that there's a lot of work that needs to go into it to continue that momentum. So my goal is that hopefully I can grow this up to 20,000 to 30,000, but we'll see if we can get to that level or not. But of course, once traffic hits this level, I'm actually, the money will not be coming from ads alone. I will be doing a lot of adjustments to try to use other forms of income to match it. So a lot of the income you will not see in this report, this display ad. They'll be coming from other sources. So once you get the traffic of this magnitude, so you have to pivot a little bit to see how you can monetize that traffic from other ways, and not necessarily just use display ads. So I'm looking to do something adjustment, right, and taking that money and reinvest it to build other forms of income. So hopefully from this one site, if I can get up to 20,000, maybe close to 10,000 in the ads, and then maybe 10 to 15,000 with ads, and then maybe other forms of income, another 10,000. So hopefully maybe get it to the 20 to 25,000 range for this website. This is my vision and my goal for this website that I am working on. So I hope that this addresses some of the areas. If you have questions, please ask it in the description or the comments. I hope that I can help in some way for those of you that are maybe entering into this and learning how to make money. But this is $10,000. So if you look at it, So let me do the math. So $10,000, and how many hours in a month? So if you work 160 hours, so that's roughly $62 an hour, right? For work. Majority of this work, of course, requires hard work, but hopefully this will become what we call sustaining passive income, like $62 an hour for not doing too many things. Of course, I'm going to use this money to build other websites. That means I'm hopefully to double, my income from other websites. But this site that I have built already, hopefully it can sustain by just spending no more than a few hours every week on it, because I have found a way to sustain it. So I hope to share a little bit more on that in the future. But like I said, if you have other ideas on videos that you want to know more about, I think someone has requested a keyword video. So if you have other ideas of videos that you want to that you request, or things that you want to see more, post it in the comment. Leave me a note. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hope that you are success in your endeavors. In any way that I can help, I will try my best to provide any advice and what I know and what I have learned. And of course, I am a learner myself. There's many things that I'm still aspiring to. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. And in the future videos, I will explain a little bit more about Ezoic. So, like I said, I'll leave a link on Ezoic. So click that link and join.